Students, today we are going to see the topic is nuclear power station. It is a generating station where the nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy. What is meant by nuclear means it is the combination of neutron and a proton, that is called nuclear. By using the protons, it producing the more heat level. After that, the heat gases is converted into steam. The steam is flowing through the turbine. The turbine is a device. It converts rotational energy into mechanical energy. The turbine is connected through alternator. The alternator is a device. It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. After that, it distributes the power to the respective consumers. That is called nuclear power station principle. Okay. There are 4 types of major parts applicable in nuclear power station. First one is nuclear reactor. Second one is heat exchanger. Third one is steam turbine. Fourth one is alternator. So nuclear reactor is a reactor because it is the main thing of the nuclear power station. So we are going to see what is meant by nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is nothing but having the radioactive materials by covering of moderator, control rods and pressure vessels. After that, it connected to coolant. This is the components of nuclear reactor. So which types of material is using here means uranium-232 or uranium-235 or thorium-232. These types of materials naturally producing the radiations. So we are going to concentrate uranium-235 material is placed in the pressure vessel. It produces the radiations and then that emission period it produces more level of neutrons as well as some gaseous molecules like helium, other than alpha beta radiations also including in this radioactive material. So we have to concentrate the temperature level. There are more level of neutrons is achieve the latent heat. Above the latent heat means it produces more hazards, like the pressure vessel will be broken. So we have to control the neutrons level by using the moderator. It made by graphite, and then control rod is another one controlling of neutrons. It is made up of cadmium material. It absorbs the neutrons. Okay. Maintains the neutron level, and then moderator is control the movements of neutrons, actions or flow of neutrons. Okay, so in this pressure vessel creating the heat gases. Okay, more types of heat gases. These types of heat gases is flowing through the turbine. This is the inbuilt of the nuclear reactor. So we are going to see the basic block diagram. So in this nuclear reactor produces the heat gases. The heat gases is having some steam and then wet droplets, molecules also. So by using the heat exchanger, the wet molecules, steam is converted into dry steam. Okay, so the dry steam, after that the dry steam is passing through the turbines. Turbine is rotating, is a device. It converts rotating energy into mechanical energy. It is connected to the alternator through the prime movers. The alternator is a device. It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. After that, it converts to the substations or distributors, different types of distributors. This is the things of the distribution sector. After that, another one part is using here. We are going to concentrate this also, where the nuclear reactor is producing more heat energy means it destroy the pressure vessels as well as it produce more hazards. So we have to maintain the temperature level by using Condenser is a device it using the cooling purposes, where it is cooling the steam means it took the water from river, throwing the cooling tower. So this is the main working constructions of condenser. After that, the reducing steam temperature, low level steam is passing through the heat exchanger. Other than again it passed through nuclear reactor, and after that it converts into steam. The above process will be continuous recyclingly. Okay, so this is the basic structure of nuclear power station. After that, what are all the important parts are using here means the silicon steel or sodium metal will be used to reduce the heat by using the coolant material, because it have some absorbing power to reduce the temperature. So many types of blades made up of sodium is used in the coolant material. Okay, so this is the basic things of nuclear reactor. After that, we are going to concentrate steam turbine. Steam turbine is nothing but it extracts the heat gases picked up from heat exchanger. After that, it converts rotational energy into electrical energy. Rotational energy into mechanical energy. After that, it connects to alternator. It gives the power from electrical energy. This is the main concept of nuclear power stations. And what are all the selection of site for nuclear power stations means there are 4 major parts is available there. First one is availability water, where the sufficient water is applicable by the system or land means that is the exact part of the power stations. In any power stations, that's the main thing. It depends upon only water efficiency and then disposal of waste. In this nuclear reactor, produce unwanted wastages. It properly disposed means not an issue. Other than it affects the human beings and animals and environmental aspects also. So this is the disposal of wastages is very important in this nuclear power station. And then third one is distance from populated areas. These types of nuclear power plants is placed in distance, less amount of people living places other than desert place. This is the suitable places of nuclear power stations. That's the main thing. Transportation of the nuclear power station is very unique one, because it produces the radiations now. We are using radioactive materials, so we have to use proper insulation. After that, you have to get it from the source places also. So transportation is very, very important in this nuclear power stations. Next one, we are going to see the advantages of nuclear power stations. Amount of fuel is very less, and then it needs less space comparing to thermal power stations and hydraulic power stations means it have less amount of space. Other than running charges also so less. Economically, it producing bulk power, electrical power comparing to thermal power plant as well as hydraulic power plant. It produces a very huge amount of electrical power to the consumers. That's the main thing. Reliability of this operation is very, very good comparing to power plant. Nuclear thermal power plant means it produces more amount of losses also. Okay, so comparing to these power plants, nuclear power plant is producing more reliability to these operations. Next one, disadvantages of the power plants. So what are all the disadvantages is applicable in this system means insulation cost is so high, and then we have to concentrate or check through the insulation level day by day, because that types of cost is so high comparing to other power plants. It needs more and more concentrations, because simple level of concentration missing in this power station means it produces more azotes. That's the main thing. Okay, so nuclear power stations recording more insulation level, as well as it destroy the by use is it destroyed conditions means it produces more level azotes. So that's the main thing. Okay, this is the main disadvantages of nuclear power station. Thank you.